Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Damon Gonzalez. We're live in the studios at the Slip Punches Show. Thank you for tuning in with us. We're coming to you with a great show this afternoon. We want to take some time, and again, the one thing that we love so much about this sport, boxing, is that it's about everybody. So, first thing to start most, we thank our sponsors. We thank RX Water. We thank Empire Pro Tape from London, always coming through. We appreciate all the support from all the fans and friends and everybody that likes the ideas of being connected in the sport, because it's not just for the fighters, the men, the women that sacrifice themselves inside the ring. It's also outside the ring. So it's important that we all just follow suit and continue to learn about the stories and learn about everybody that's involved in the sport. This afternoon, we got a great young man. Listen, the one thing I love is I love fighters from Texas, man. Texas, that is a fighting state, man. I've had the honor to go down there and sanction a couple of fights down in Texas. We have a world champion down there in Alfonso Lopez Jr. We also have great opportunities in just watching these fighters grow and do many things and what have you. And I just love Texas fighters. So this afternoon, I'm bringing on a fighter that's a young man in the amateurs. He has a great, astonishing amateur career, and I'll tell you what, he's off like a Ferrari right now. His car is running really fast, and we love the pace that he's going around the track. We really love what he's doing. So we want to take this opportunity to bring him on, and so everybody could hear his story. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Giovanni Marquez to the show. Giovanni, how you doing, champ?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on.
Hey man, you looking good. You looking good. How you been? How you taking care of yourself?
I'm doing good. I've been blessed, thanks to God, and just training hard, staying focused.
Giovanni, listen, let's just jump into it. You've been in the amateur ranks a couple of years. You come from a born and bred boxing family, and we'll definitely get into that. Who's your father?
My father is Raul Marquez, 1992 Olympian, junior middleweight champion, and now he's doing the Showtime broadcasting.
My
That's
colleague, man, the champion Raul Marquez, man. This is an honor having you on because you come from again a fight family, and
yes, sir.
and there's a lot to say about you. There's a lot to talk about you, and let's get right into it. You were at a very young age. When you were 12 years old, you got into boxing, and your father took you to the gym, and what bring that about? Was that the sport that you wanted to do that young? Did you think about baseball, anything else? Or was it watching the eyes of what your father has accomplished?
Yeah, 12 years old is when I officially started boxing, but before that, I was already in the gym. My dad would be training along with my brothers, so as young as I could remember, like I was always just in the gym, messing around on the heavy bags, sparring with my brothers. But 12-year-old is when I officially started boxing. Before then, I had played other sports like football. I was on the swim team, but boxing is what really caught my attention. It's the sport that I really liked, and the reason I tried it out is because I was around it. It was always around me. It was the talk at the dinner table. We spent time watching fights. That's just what we did. So of course I was gonna want to try it out on my own. And when I did, that's when I fell in love with the sport. And at 12 is when I started taking it serious. And ever since then, I haven't looked back.
Now, Giovanni, of course, when you were real young, and some years back, we had a family from Texas here in the Tampa, Florida area, the Ramos family. And I'll tell you what, these kids, they look like they were 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. And these young little men and women, the one thing I remembered in the gym is once they were in the ring, they wanted to spar the lights out of each other. Did you
Yeah.
grow up like that? Did you just want to put on the gloves and touch it up?
Yeah, for sure. With my brothers, we would always, put on the gloves. We would walk down our room hallways as if we were walking into an arena, and then we would spar each other and beat each other up.
Now, I'll tell you what, listen, I humbly say this, man. What you've accomplished right now at this stage of your career as a young man, it's great. It's amazing and great. I could imagine how humbling it is to have the roots behind you. But your dad made some comments to you before you went into the 2021 National Golden Glove tournaments, and those comments fell through. And how exciting was that for you? You know, the Amateur Excellent Awards. Congratulations on your accomplishment.
Thank you.
Can you kindly show the fans and everybody the award that you received?
Yes, sir. This is the award I recently received. It's a Amateur Excellence Award. I was awarded it for winning the National Golden Gloves and my other accomplishments in the amateurs this year.
Now, I'll tell you what, from what I've read in Ring Magazine about you and what have you, there's nothing again to hide. You're a fighter that you go right at it, man. You get in that ring, you want to fight, and that comes from your heritage.
Right.
Talk
Yeah.
about your last outing and how
Yeah.
humbling was that for you?
Yeah, it was a great experience winning the National Golden Gloves. And like you said, my dad, we went into this tournament knowing we were going to win because of the work that we put in. And not only did he say, you know, we're going to win this tournament, but we're also going to win an outstanding fighter award. And sure enough, we did do that. And that all just comes from the hard work that we put in the gym, the hard sparring, the sprints at the track. And that's where it comes from.
Now, Giovanni, like I said, it's in your bloodline. You love to work, and I'll tell you what, it just seems and it's clear. There's nothing too shiny for you. You just like from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, you're structured and you know exactly what you want to do. Um, how humbling is that for you being at your age right now and saying, yes, I'm here. I understand what I have in front of me, but how important is that to you right now as a young fighter? Because at the same time, you're teaching other young women and men fighters, young kids that are watching today. So that's important to talk about.
Yeah, it's a honor and privilege to set an example for the younger kids watching, and I just want to be a good example to the youth. Be someone that's well spoken, someone that gives back and is humble. Also,
And that's something about you. You're soft spoken. You're a great young man. Hey, how you doing? How's everything? Very friendly, very courteous. But
yes,
when
sir.
you're in the ring, it's like a light bulb goes off.
Oh yeah, yeah. When I get in the ring, it's a different story. It's either you or the other man across the ring. So you got to get in there and do what you got to do to come out victorious.
That's great, man. Raymond Shaw's fighter is on with us. He did some training and he worked with your dad at many occasions. He definitely gives a shout out to you
Oh, nice.
and what have you. You of course been out in public. We thank promotions from Next Fight Up. They bring you on and did a whole ceremony with congratulating you with the trophy. How did that go about, man? That's pretty great night for you.
Yeah, they took notice of my hard work and my dedication, and they wanted to recognize me at a local event that they had, and I was all for it. I was willing to accept the award, and I did, and I thank Next Fight Up for presenting me this award.
And also, of course, on the platform of PBC, the platform of Showtime, one of the brothers was fighting during that platform. You were recognized during that weekend. How did that go about, and how awesome was that, knowing that all eyes are on you?
Yeah, that was an awesome experience seeing myself on the big screen, and they also showed my dad because my dad actually wasn't able to be there in the finals of the National Golden Gloves. He was working at the Showtime event. So having them show me on the screen and congratulate me meant the world to me, and it just motivated me that I want to be there one day on the big screen fighting.
Oh, damn! You mean Espinosa didn't give him the day off?
Yeah, yeah,
Dang, I'm gonna have to tweet him on that one. So great, man. Listen, you're working very hard. You're in the gym. You stay dedicated. You stay humble. This is your natural self as a young man. You're not putting stuff in your body you don't need to put in your body. how great is it for you to be working and training and focus? Because the mental part is a very big key to all this.
Yeah, I'm blessed to be able to be in the position to just focus on training. I'm also in school, college. So I right now my focuses are school and boxing strictly, and everything that I do reflects that. So like you said, I don't put anything in my body that would affect those uh, things, those goals that I have in school and boxing.
Gio, how great is that? What exactly are you majoring in college, and where do you go?
I'm actually finishing up my associates at a community college, and I'll be transferring to the University of Houston to pursue a degree in finance.
That's wonderful.
Yes, sir.
That is really, really wonderful. But you understand on the business level, when you're in that business meeting, you can't face off with nobody. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So basically, you want to stay. Is that part of, obviously, as a boxer going through the goals that you're going through later on down the line, when it gets deeper, you're definitely looking at going pro, I'm sure.
Yes, actually, that is the next step that we're currently looking at, going pro. Yes, sir.
And is that something that you want to start your career off fighting in Texas and then build from there and what have you? Because again, it's not just your dad. You have a great nucleus around you. You have a nice team around you. And I'd like you to just take a second and get into that and talk about the people that really create the opportunities for Giovanni Marquez.
Right. Like you said, we have a great local boxing community. We have El Tigre Promotions. We have Next Fight Up, and they're putting on fights back to back to back. So that would be a good opportunity for me to fight on those cards. Also, my dad has been talking to other promoters as well. So we're just sorting out the options and seeing what's the best option for me.
That's wonderful to hear that. I'm also one of the hats that I wear in boxing. I'm the president of the NBA belt, the National Boxing Association belt, and El Tigre Promotions. Alfonso has won and defended our belt 7 times.
Wow.
He's a true world champion with us, and we really appreciate not just him and his family, but everything the Tigre Promotions has been doing in the state of Texas. It's just been awesome.
Right. Yeah.
So tell me, champ, listen, let's write it out, man. Take this opportunity because listen, you have so many people. I mean, your stock is growing and growing, and there's so many people following you. Before you give a shout out to everybody and thank everybody for following you and just being a part of your journey, how can people follow you on social media? Let's start with that.
Yeah, I'm most active on social media on Instagram. You can follow me at Giovanni.Marquez. You can follow me on Twitter at GioMarquez36.
That's awesome. Now, please take this time out and give a shout out to all your fans.
Yeah, I would like to thank all the people supporting the Marquez team, not just me, but the whole team, my dad, my brothers, because this isn't a one man sport. There's a team behind this, and I thank you all for supporting Team Marquez. It means everything to me.
Now, Team Marquez, and I know you as a young man, knowing how much you love boxing, how much you love the sport. How do you see the sport of boxing today? And we're talking about the pro levels. Give us your view and how you see the sport today.
I think the sport is still very much alive. Oftentimes, people want to say, "Oh, it's not the same as it was then." I do think boxing is still very much alive. There's a little bit of different stuff going on now with the social media boxers fighting, but in my opinion, they're just bringing more viewers to the sport, and I think that's a good thing. And I do think that sometimes the best aren't fighting the best, but when I turn pro, that's something that I want to do. I want to fight the best. I want to fight the biggest and best names out there.
That's awesome. That's awesome because there's so many approaches on how people take their careers and what they do. But those are some very humbling comments coming from you. Have you have any thoughts, any visions? Do you think about what can I do down the line? Have you drew anything up what you would like to do as far as the community or helping the communities out in Texas?
Actually, right now, my sister recently started a homeless ministry. So every
Wow.
third Thursday in the month, we go out and we provide them with toiletries, food, snacks, protein shakes, Bibles, things like that. So I would like
Oh,
to
bro,
build,
wow.
yeah, I would like to build on that and just help the community all together in any way possible.
Is there a way that people can follow that or contribute to that?
Yes, it's on Facebook. I'm not sure the specific name of the ministry, but I could find that out and let you
Yes,
know.
if you could post it on your Facebook, that would be gratefully appreciated.
Yeah, will do. Yes, sir.
Great, champ, and give us, you know, give us your feelings on, man. You know, having your father by your side and your brothers and your family. Give us your thoughts of the nucleus, the circle, man. You know, we would love to hear that from you, and I'm sure he would too.
Yeah, we have a great team. Having my dad, having my brothers, having them by my side when I go into fights, I feel like, I have a great team behind me. There's nothing I could fear. We prepare, we all work hard together, we push each other in the gym, and having that, it means everything to me.
That's awesome. Giovanni Marquez, listen, we know you got to go to school to pick up your brother, but brother, we really appreciate you coming on, and we're hoping that in the near future you come join us again.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on, and I appreciate it, and I would love to be back.
Thank you, champ. Keep on punching. We hope to hear from you soon.
Yes, sir. Will do.
Take care. Thank you.
All right.
That was Giovanni Marquez, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in this afternoon to the Slip Punches show. A great young man, man. Congratulations, my friend Raul Marquez. Just amazing what you're doing with your kids and what's going on in the sport. Because I'll tell you what, the future looks very bright, and this is a very great opportunity to see these kids continue to move forward in the sport, and we're looking for greater valuable opportunities coming out of their lives. And again, it's great for boxing, and it's great for all the fighters and people that tune in and listen and just listen to the stories. You know, the best is yet to come, man. You got to keep on punching. You got to submit yourself. You have to submit yourself, because this isn't supposed to be an easy ride. It's not an easy ride. This is something that you really dedicate your heart, your soul, your spirit, and everything to it, to move forward in the career in the sport of boxing. So again, Damon Gonzalez, we join you this afternoon from the Slip Punches show. And we thank everybody for tuning in. We thank you very much, humbly forward, and we'll be talking to you soon. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.